Welcome back to Wild Rift University, everybody, and welcome back to the jungle. I am Thing1, and today we have an awesome video for you. We're actually going to go over the support role. I've had a couple people ask me to talk about support. Thank you again for coming to the channel. You come here because you're looking for high-level gameplay and also looking for the breakdown of micro and macro thought process as well. If you're here, you're tired of seeing combo videos, watch me smash other team videos, and let's just talk about it. Build videos. Okay, so first things first, I kind of messed up my ward placement right there. I wanted to actually put it in the bush, but honestly, that's not the worst place for it, but definitely could have been better as well. As you see, after I drop it, I'm immediately backing in order to, get another replacement ward to help my team. So let's talk about the teams here real quick. So why did I pick what I picked, okay? So I picked Janna because I'm looking at their team comp here, and I'm going to do a quick little pause, and let's look at their team comp. They have a Riven, a Yone, a Blitzcrank, and they have a Kai'Sa. What's our team comp? We have a Yasuo, a Malphite, an Echo, and an Ezreal, and a Janna. So my thought process here is their entire team comp is basically hard engage, which we have a hard engage team comp as well, but we have a Yasuo. So I was like, Janna's a great pick here because if they over engage on us, in the event that we get fed because we have a Yasuo, I'm assuming, Yasuo is not going to hit his tower or his power spike until he's 0 and 10. Luckily, it looks like, this Yasuo is probably going to be a pretty good player, but that's kind of like what my thought process is. In the event that this Yasuo ends up being an 0 and 10 Yasuo, I can hopefully mitigate his deaths by playing a good support like Janna, who's really good at keeping people alive. So what's my thought process in approaching this lane? So we lose this lane early unless the Ezreal is really good. From what I'm seeing so far from watching, he's doing a great job with staying behind his minions. My goal as a Janna in a lane like this, I don't really want to push forward. Sometimes as Janna, you are going to be aggressive, but I'm actually just going to kind of stay beside him, sit by minions, and he's doing exactly what he is because literally, Blitzcrank, the only thing he's good for is getting the pull. If he doesn't get any of this, then we win this game out pretty easily. Now, and as you can kind of see, so look what I'm doing here as I hold my ability. I'm holding it, but I'm holding up against him. The reason why I'm doing this is that way, in case he gets pulled, I can immediately have a shield on him right away. And I'm trying to stay in gold and XP range while doing this. The other thing that you'll notice that I'm doing, I'm not just spamming my abilities. Why am I not spamming my abilities? It's because I don't want him to die. Let's actually pause that. So as you saw, I'm going to back right here. This was actually a mistake that was just made. So I should have, so here's a mistake I just made as a support. I'm starting to go ward, which is a good thing. I should have pinged him I did ping him to retreat, but he didn't listen. You should have left immediately. I started to tell him to retreat. And then the other thing I wanted you to notice, I didn't ward until a little bit later down the game, around the 150 mark, because junglers can't ward, or they can't really gank right away. So here I am probably going to, I'm using my tornado then, because it's actually a good time, because it's helping slow down the wave and damage the wave to help him clear a little bit better. But to kind of like go back real quick and talk about it. So I saved my ward until about 150, even though I could have put it down technically a little bit sooner, because I don't have to really worry about the jungle ganking. It is a Pantheon, but we're playing kind of passive, and I was assuming that they'd be a little more aggressive because they have a Blitzcrank as well. And then also, because I'm Janna, I'm really strong at like stopping ganks with my wind tornado because I know I'm going to hold on to it and utilize it properly. So I know where their jungler is, and that's why I was being more aggressive like with my abilities, because I know exactly where the jungler is. Here, I don't really understand why the Ezreal just, like, if you go back, like, just watch this. I don't know what happened. So me and the Ezreal are doing just fine, and watch what he does. He literally just walks straight at them. Like, I'm not sure what he was thinking there. I do everything I possibly can to save him. The only thing I probably could have done differently is, you know, send a ping saying, hey, don't do this. So that tells me two things. I was like, okay, one, either my Ezreal maybe lagged out for a split second, but I didn't see anything that said he did. Or two, he's basically just getting bored in lane because he wants to do damage and he wants to attack, but we're not really doing it. It's because he's not understanding our win factor. Ezreal isn't really our win factor this game. Our win factor is Echo, Yasuo, the Malphite, and me. Ezreal is just there to do damage, and if he does lots of damage, it's good. But like, the preferred win factor is basically the Yasuo, the Echo. And those guys doing well is based on how the gameplay of me and Malphite goes, okay? So I'm starting to realize this. I'm trying to change my gameplay a little bit because I see their support rotating, so I'm going to start rotating. And here I'm placing the ward because I want to show you this real quick, so I'm going to rewind real fast. Why I put it here. So you see the, come on. All right, look at the range of the ward. So it allows me to see engages if he comes behind my jungle through the tri-bush, which is the bush to the bottom left-hand side of the screen, or if they come in through the, just through his jungle and further. So it gives me more vision. That's why I'm putting it about right there at this point, just to kind of give you an idea why I chose this ward placement. And I put it down a little bit further so that way I can see the edge of that side at the bottom left-hand of the corner. Here, just doing a little troll, little poke just to sustain. My Ezreal did a really great job here. I wish he would have been a little bit more aggressive right there, especially since I was there and I had ult, but it's okay. Here, this is a really good gank by the Echo. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out. Able to save his life, though. The Echo, what he should have done is he should have went in their jungle and came from that top bush behind the tower. If he would have done that, the gank would have been far more successful as well. But unfortunately, he didn't do it. So next thing I'm kind of thinking about right now is, okay, Dragon and objectives are starting to come up. So I need to know, I need to get my buys in and get back before it spawns. So that's my main thought process. I'm watching the map. I'm seeing the thing. Because, like, as a support, you're kind of like, in a way, another jungler. You can be. Janna actually is a support that should be played almost like another jungler. So I need to make sure I'm roaming. Okay, and then let's also, like, look at this. So there we go. Let's pause that real quick. So let's look. I'm looking at my team right now. Yasuo's fed. My team's not doing super great right now. Their Pantheon is 0-3. The Pantheon being 0-3, the Riven 1-0. This is, in a lot of ways, the perfect situation for them because Yone's going to come online no matter what. It's just a matter of time. But the Pantheon, the Riven being fed early, it gives them priority at objectives, okay? Luckily for us, our Yasuo does have a kill, and he is ahead in gold. He's the strongest person on the map. But Pantheon's way stronger than him early, even though technically the Yasuo has more gold. So this is why also picking Janna was such a great pick, because their two strongest champs are all about initial engage. But because I'm Janna, I can actually disengage their champs. So, like, this is helping you understand the process of why I picked this champion, why I knew this was going to be a great pick, okay? A lot of people don't like Janna because they don't understand how she's supposed to be late. So here, I'm kind of like wondering, what is my team doing? Like, I purposely backed on time. The team should have rotated. I'm coming over here to help as I'm setting up my pre-ward, or my pre-tornado, to help them where I think they're going to be. And as you see, I waited. A lot of times people do. Wait to use, if you're Janna, wait to use your tornado before Yasuo finishes. Otherwise, you're going to push him out of his ult, and then the Yasuo is going to flame you. Okay? So wait to use your tornado. Here, I'm still trying to get the team like, hey, attack this dragon, okay? We just killed their mid laner. Let's get this dragon going, okay? So, I played this a little bad, honestly. I should have probably helped the ADC a little bit more, but I was on cooldowns. Here, we get a really great engage. And I totally botched that. He already had it, and I completely botched that. So that was my bad. I don't really know why the Echo's like chasing here. Much better to just secure the objective. He's not going to come and contest a 3v1. He's going to get away. Luckily, he got the kill, so it doesn't fully matter. And as you can also see right here, my team was low, so I was standing in the middle of the dragon to actually try and tank a little bit of it for them. That's why I was standing right there in the middle. What my thought process is now, once again, is that, okay, my Yasuo and my Echo are really strong. I can kind of tell that my Ezreal is not going to be the reason we're going to win this game. It's going to be the Yasuo and the Echo, kind of like I said early, which is starting to pan out true. So I'm going to kind of turn into a roam support. So how do I know when is a good time to be a roam support and when is not a good time to be a roam support? So from what I've kind of noticed is, even though the Ezreal isn't playing like super well, he's still like surviving. Oh, look at it. So watch this actually. Let me back. I'm going to pause when I say it. So he's still surviving. So he's not just like feeding. Like in lane, I could tell like, okay, he's being careful other than that one thing. And so I believe that I am more willing to sacrifice him to let him fall a little bit behind to a 2v1 to a lane with a support that hard falls off to help my hard scaling champions combat 2 early game champions so that way we can win objectives, which are going to help us in the long term. Because if their bot lane gets strong, it's not going to matter if my Yasuo and Echo are strong. However, because Echo and Yasuo are later game champions, it's going to be really hard for them to win fights versus somebody like a Riven and a Pantheon, because they're just such stronger champions. So I weigh that scenario out in my mind, and that's how I make my decision. The other thing I want you to kind of notice real quick is right here. So notice how, even though I see them, I'm not just placing my tornado right away. I'm waiting for the right moment. And see, the timing basically worked perfectly. And because of my tornado being there, the Riven came in, who is technically a little strong, gets immediately massacred. Now, we lose first tower here, but I don't care, okay? Yeah, you don't ever want to lose first tower because it's the extra gold, but we got Dragon, we got Rift Herald, and I'm getting kills on the carries that need to win the game as well. Here, immediately trying to head to save my Echo because, like, I know Echo is a key point of, like, winning this game. Boom. Echo's on a rampage now. This is partially happening because I'm supporting the champions that need to be supported. Yes, the ADC wants me to help them, and a lot of times that is the right decision. But when you understand a win factor, that's when you have to understand the win factor is why I know to do what I'm doing right now. I know we win through Echo and Yasuo. We don't win through Ezreal, okay? So right now, kind of, I would prefer us to kind of reset, more so what we should be focusing on. Let's kind of get the lanes all pushed up, reset here. See, I use my abilities to delay. Here, like I said, because we didn't reset, we literally, oh damn, I saved his life. Holy shit. I saved both their lives. See, oh my god, I played this so well. We're actually gonna, okay, rewatch this. So, right here, kind of like I said, what we should have done is reset. Get this. We should have reset right here because we're kind of, oh damn it. We're kind of like not in the greatest spot. But because I noticed that the Yasuo didn't reset, I decided to actually back him up. I'm moving my camera like, wait, what the heck is he doing? Why is he engaging? I'm trying to determine whether or not I can get there to save him. I realize, okay, I have time to save him. I can also see that my echo's engaging in. This is my thought process right now. I wanted to reset. That was my mindset. I didn't push any retreat tabs though, so my team doesn't know what my mindset is. So I need to react based on what they're doing. I see the Yasuo go in a 3v1. I'm like, crap, this dude is dead. But I realize I have enough time. I still have flash up. I have my ult up. I have heal up. So I can get in there. So I'm immediately trying to rush in as fast as I can. I get there just in the nick of time, pop my heal, and pop my ult, and then get a tornado in there, which allows the Yasuo to re-engage. And then basically we kill the whole team. Unfortunately, I stole I didn't steal a kill. We just got the shutdown. I thought I stole a kill there for a second. And something that should have turned into actually a bad play turned into a great play because I was paying attention. But literally that whole fight got won because of the fact that I paid attention to the map and stayed in. Even though the right decision actually was to back up there, look, that was just so great. So as soon as he flashed, I knew she was going to flash. So I set my tornado up the second he flashed, anticipating the flash. I knew it was going to happen. I absolutely knew it was going to happen. So right now, the game's basically won unless we throw the game. I know all I need to do is continue to support the Yasuo, continue to support the Echo, and the game can't be lost. So as you see, Yasuo going in super ham right there. He did that because he won that last fight going super ham, but he doesn't actually understand the reason he won that last fight is because he was fighting with me. So this is a common mistake that you see a lot of players have in sometimes in high elo, low elo. They don't understand what their fed factor is. Once again, perfectly timing my tornadoes and put him in the right place. The Yasuo is broken right now. He's super strong, but he's super strong in the context of fighting with me. That's where he's super strong. Outside of the context of fighting with me, he's overestimating his power. So that also lets me know that this Yasuo really isn't just the smartest player in general, because he doesn't understand his win factor and how he's able to pull off the things he thinks he can just go right on in, which is the total 0-10 Yasuo power spike. Let me talk about my Ezreal though for a little while. So the Ezreal actually this game, even though he wasn't really strong or didn't really contribute too much to the win, he actually did a really good job at pushing lanes all game and backing and getting to the team when he needed to. So a big credit that this Ezreal actually had, he understood allowing himself to be carried and understood doing exactly what he needed to do. Here once what he needed to do in order to let him win. Once again, this was a perfect example. Like I was telling you before, this Yasuo, why I know it's so important, he doesn't understand what he needs to do to win. You guys need to take time. If you're playing champion and you're fed, and then for some reason you keep dying all of a sudden out of nowhere and you don't know why, you need to stop for a second, because this Yasuo obviously isn't doing that. This Yasuo hasn't been able to realize since this game started. Anytime he fights without me there, he's losing the fights. And he's just feeding. But if you notice, the team wins any fight that I'm at. Okay, here's another, man, I tried so hard to get this off, but I failed. So I know my team's really strong right now. I'm trusting them to get that dragon. Is this a risky play? Yes. The reason why, though, I'm not over there helping them is I'm doing a risk to reward ratio. Okay, it's water dragon. It's a crappy dragon. If we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. We're already way ahead, but I believe we're going to get it anyways. And their jungler's dead. So there's no reason why we shouldn't get that dragon. My thought process is I'm going to go to the rift, get an auto attack on that rift before it resets. So that way we can try and get both objectives again. I get there right as it resets. If I just would have got my auto attack on a little bit sooner, we would have got it. And they do get the dragon, so it works out great. I immediately rotate right back. What I should have done, though, I should at least put one tornado in there. before I went towards them, because it would have at least pulled the lane. But we luckily get a good here. I think this is the first time I die, and it's all because I misplayed it. So how did I misplay it? The little bell thing, the thing that gives you the extra health. If I would have popped that while I had my ult going, I would have had enough healing to survive his ult, and then I would have had my shield up, and I would have been able to pop my shield to save my life. So my death is completely my fault. If I just would have done it right, we would have won the fight. Once again, this Yasuo is still going hella ham. Good thing for him now is he's starting to get to the point of Fed where he kind of can go hella ham, and it doesn't really matter anymore. Here, like I said, Ezreal, even though he technically wasn't really a winning factor, he probably could have helped the team win more if he joined team fights, but he still did a really good job at realizing, like, hey, you know, my team's carrying the game. I'm just going to continue to put pressure on the map in different spots, because we're able to win the 4v5 because we have an Echo, me, Malphite, and the Yasuo. So here, just trying to push the wave a little bit, nothing too crazy. When you're Janna pushing the wave sometimes, though, you can shield yourself because it does increase your damage. What I really would have liked to have seen me do here, though, and something that I actually was not doing very well, I'm not putting down deep wards. So now would have been a great time to put a ward like at both entrances of the to the river to my left and right now. And I have 2 wards literally just sitting there. So I'm not sure why. Hopefully I actually start to do that right now. Looks like I am. Excellent. About time. A lot of time. And then, of course, I lose my ward right away. The life of a support. Putting down a ward and then it being cleared immediately. Luckily I have a second ward and I'm able to get it right back there. The other nice thing is because he just uses sweeper, I don't have to worry about him doing it. And unfortunately, if there was nobody there, they would have thought for sure that was a cleared vision spot. Okay. So here, like I said, the game is basically won. We're super far ahead. All we need to do is keep fighting as a team and moving forward. What I would actually like to see in this situation, since we're so far ahead, I would actually like to see the Ezreal probably continue his split pushing that he's been doing. Okay. So the reason sometimes what you actually want to see, I'm going to show you why I did something right here real fast. So this tower was clearly dead, but if you see, I placed the ward down right here. The tornado. The reason why I placed it right here, and this isn't like the best situation to kind of describe it, but it actually is a good thing just to note. If you're starting to tower dive and the tower maybe had a little bit of help, if that team would have just decided to hard engage immediately the second we went under tower and started taking aggro, I have my tornado already placed, as you can see, in a position that will help the team disengage in the event that that happens. Okay, here we're so far ahead it doesn't really matter, but letting you understand what's the purpose of that tornado. The purpose of that tornado is our team's about to go hard in. I just noticed I have this tornado ready for a disengage in the event that the team goes in. However, they're scared, we're fed. The Malphite does a massive ult. I'm able to heal the whole team. The Yone's just not, we're just too far ahead. We're too strong. There's really not too much we can do here. Trying to save his life. Saved his life. Don't know why we're going back in over and over again. But it's okay. Like now it's kind of at the point where we're so strong, we're so fed, there really isn't too much we can do. Here, preemptive tornado. It's good placement. It doesn't end up being needed. But with like Janna, for example, you need to think preemptive tornadoes a lot of time. Here, once I'm trying to get to my Yasuo, because I realize as long as I'm around Yasuo, absolutely nothing the enemy team can do. But preemptive tornadoes are pretty huge. Got my team all healed up. Because I kind of look at this as like, okay, this is the game right here. We win right here as long as we play this right. Preemptive tornado of where they're going to be, what they're going to planning on doing. That was just basically a clear tornado and GG, game over. So yeah, guys, I mean that's the video.
Victory.
Appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. I said we're continuing to make more videos, more content. And yeah, I do quite a bit of Legend Q. I'm actually going to post some videos on some 5Qs probably tomorrow as well, to kind of show you how like the teamwork aspect of everything works. But as you can see right here, my thought process of how we won this game was like completely correct. It was all based on me, the Malphite, the Yasuo, and the Echo. And we basically just absolutely demolished them as a team. We fell behind a little bit, but as you can actually kind of see right here, so the point that we actually fell behind and came back is around the exact time that I started roaming. If you look at the timer, I started roaming around the 4-5 minute mark, and that's when everything started switching, because I realized our win factor was me helping them, not this ADC. I said you'll have to learn how to do it, and I kind of explained how you do that. You have to realize, like, okay, what champs are actually winning, what champs are actually losing. Is my ADC playing in a way that's going to help carry this game? Then, like, looking at the damage as well. Great damage all throughout the board. Kills, everything real great. Honestly, I shouldn't have died the whole game, but I made one mistake. But yeah, guys, I'm going to make some more videos based on the like 5-mans, and then I'm also going to make a video talking about counters as well coming up, how to counter and like what champions counter what. And I'm also going to make a video where I'm playing a 5-man game, and I am, whoops, there we go. I'm playing a 5-man game, and I'm actually letting you listen into the live gameplay and talk of how, like, I talk in the game and explain things to my teammates of how we rotate and what we're going to move. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Have a good one. Peace out.